Hello. Okay, I'm going to do a little rhythm movement medicine for you all. And right now, I just have to tell you, I've made a tripod out of my red Wellington boots. So this camera is like leaning against my red wellies so that you can see the whole of me and the waterfall behind me. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do really nourishing rhythms. The body needs different movements at different times. And sometimes when I'm teaching a class, I will teach one thing when maybe you need another. And so I want to show you 3 rhythms, 3 movements that you can do for 5 to 10 minutes, each one, depending on the state of your nervous system. And you will know which one you need by the way it feels. And this is a really, really critical lesson in movement medicine that I really want you to get, is that you do what your body feels like it loves to do. And this, of course, sometimes our mind tricks us and we feel lazy, so sometimes we just have to start moving and find our way in. So in terms of really balancing the nervous system, there's these 3 movements I'm going to quickly show you. There's this kind of swinging movement, and I'm really going for rhythmical movements because it's soothing to the body when there's rhythm. There's a reason why we rock our children. There's a reason why we kind of bounce a child on our hip. We know it a very instinctive way. So there's this movement that you will all recognize where I'm just letting my arms swing really freely. My hands can be fifth so they can be relaxed, and I'm just letting them tap. My arms need to be heavy. Everything in my body is heavy other than the postural muscles that are holding me up. Then, so you can try this. And then the other movement is just shaking. And I don't want to shake too strongly here because of my Wellington boot tripods, but you can shake really vigorously. So really up and down, shaking to shift the tension and the stress and the edginess sometimes that we feel, kind of edges of trauma. That's another movement. And then the third one we're going to show you is kind of it's a water movement. And I was saying it's kind of because it's almost like a different version of doing this, but it's slower. So it's this movement where we take our hands around in circles, and this is as though we're brushing the surface of water, the skin of water in its many forms, be it ocean or river or a lake. And so which of these feels better? Let's now do each of them for a couple of minutes. Let's start off with this because it's also a really lovely warm-up for the spine. And as you do this, let your breath soften. And when I say soften, I mean let it all go. Let your belly relax. Take a sigh of relief. Let your shoulders relax. And let your arms swing. Exhale, just with relief for this moment that you're giving yourself. A beautiful, nourishing, rhythmical movement. Step your feet 1 foot slightly back, 1 foot forwards, and feel how nice it is as you shift your hips forwards and backwards to get this movement into your hip joints. Right now, take in the scenery I'm in. I'm breathing in. Live vicariously through me if you can. I'm breathing in the freshest of air and the thundering sound behind me of the waterfall. And it is easing my tired body. I've just come out of having a fever and I'm a bit congested. And so this nature medicine is so nourishing to me, and I hope nourishing to you too. Finding my way and finding your way back to really being who you love. And letting the movement take the edge off of your stress, your tiredness. Let the movement bring you back to energy and to balance. All right, let's go from here into our shaking movement. So shaking, I let my knees start off a little bit bent, and I just am simply going like this. So keep doing that. I'm going to adjust myself because I am very much wearing black. This is my little microphone that's hopefully enabling you to hear me. Let's tuck that in, keep shaking. Your shaking movement is just soft and easy. Okay, here we go. Let there be some sighs, some really a sound movement that helps to release tension. And feel yourself shaking from your center. In Chinese medicine, this is considered the earth center. Feel yourself getting the nourishment of Mother Nature, perhaps, or simply the nourishment of the freedom that this movement starts to create. Feel your shoulder joints jiggling in the sockets, releasing tension in your ligaments and muscles that hold your shoulders to your body. Let your arms go relaxed. Let your forearms feel relaxed. Your wrists relaxed. Palms are relaxed. And your knees are just bobbing up and down. And as you do this, I want you to just feel what's going on in your back and your buttocks. So make sure you're not gripping your buttocks. Everything through the glutes and the thighs is relaxed, as though you can free yourself of tension in this area. And your low back is not too arched, not too tucked. Just finding kind of a neutral place where it feels like your bones are nicely stacked, so you're using minimal muscular energy. So not like this, not like this, really soft. Keep doing this. Imagine that there's like a line running through you that's weighted. And have you ever been fishing and you cast your line, and if the line has some weights, it kind of takes a moment bobbing on the surface, and then slowly the weights pull it down until it just is one kind of nice long line sinking to the bottom, almost in the same way. Imagine your body arranging itself. Imagine the kind of straightening out the line of your spine, finding the line that it should be aligned to. And the weight of your pelvis, kind of settling everything, the bones finding their place as you do this. Just give it time for your body to arrange. You'll automatically find it if you give it enough time. Tuck your chin slightly in. And give it time. Relax your calf muscles. Soften your toes so you're not gripping with your toes. Breathe into the back of your body and feel the release at the back of your body. Feel the breath moving into the sides of your rib cage. So that there's this three-dimensional quality. You've totally softened by now this upper part, and you're breathing into the sides, the front, and the back. And it doesn't need to be vast unless it's helpful to you to take a couple of really big breaths. The breath is natural. And all the time in the shaking, every 20-30 seconds, like a little bit more tension. And it sloughs off, like dead skin, just unneeded. No thanks, not today, not right now. Stripping back the layers. And then slow it down. Pause for a second. Feel all that vibration that's stirred up in the body. Just pause, hold a moment. Close your eyes. Five more seconds of stillness. Okay, let's go to our third nourishing movement, our third rhythmical movement for balancing the nervous system. This one. And our palms look down. And we move really slowly. And the slowness helps us to connect with the subtlety. Sometimes when we really start to connect with a slow movement, we feel what we need in our body. We feel the peace of the movement. We feel the subtle energy around us, in our hands. Imagine a horizon, a spaciousness around you. Our nervous system really loves a sense of spaciousness and safety. So imagine and make it into kind of a knowing for your body that you are safe right now. Let yourself feel that, drink in that feeling. And then let your mind extend beyond the borders of your skin to the borders of your room. And feel the space that you stand in. And the safe container of the walls, the door around you. And then beyond that, out into nature. Feel the spaciousness out to the forests and green spaces. Letting in your mind's eye come a view, a horizon, a mountainscape. Let's change direction now. Let your arms reach just a little bit. Reaching out in front of you, the palms as though you are brushing some invisible surface. And this amazing kind of womanly gracefulness is what I feel rising through me. As though this is some ancient feminine art that no one has taught me, but it just rises up, bubbling up, like some ancient wisdom. But to move in this way, slowly, gracefully, it lets kindness and peace rise in me and around me. And I find myself feeling restored. Let yourself feel that. Let yourself feel the essence of the woman that you are. And the connection, that thread of your own ancestral line, which you don't need to even know about, just knowing that others came before you. That line reaching back, maybe to distant geographic places. And as though there is a secret box inside you that is your genetic and epigenetic coding. All this knowledge and wisdom stored within you, carried forwards over generations. As though now you're making space to let the best of that genetic expression come alive and support you. And I'm going to keep doing this movement for another minute or so. My recommendation is for you to choose the one that you loved and you felt like you really needed. The twisting, the shaking, In this movement that's all about surface area and spaciousness. And perhaps cycling through all three is good. I noticed in myself today that all three felt good, and this to me feels the most nourishing. So what I will continue doing beyond this little teaching video. Thank you so much for watching. To finish off, what you can do, a really nice standing meditation to hold as long as you wish. Have your hands like this. It's almost like a continuation of this movement of the spaciousness. We reconnect with that sense of spaciousness with our hands just here out to the sides, palms looking down, knees a little bit bent, tailbone tucked under, your neck long, your chin slightly tucked. Aware of the back of your body and the front of your body. Aware of the space around you and the space that your body inhabits. Aware of your balance right to left, so you're leaning more to one side. Aware of your balance forwards and backwards, so that your weight of your body kind of lands just in front of your ankles. So you're neither leaning forwards onto your tiptoes or back into your heels. Finding that. It's really key for postural problems. If you're struggling with foot problems, knee problems, taking a moment to actually feel where you habitually stand is a really great way of rebalancing and re-educating yourself posturally. So there is that too, as well as the rhythm movements. And with that, I wish you love, peace, joy, happiness, goodness, wonderfulness. Adios for today.